So today's job is a different one.
Okay.
A professional cuddler, a cuddle therapy practitioner.
Ever wondered what it's like to do someone else's gig? Time to find out. This is Clairsy and Lisa's Inside Job.
Jo Brooke is exactly that, and she joins us now.
G'day, Jo. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Jo, well, I mean, how does one end up in this job?
I don't know. Yeah, someone's asked myself that question. No, just kidding. It was a calling, actually. It felt really good in my body when I saw a documentary on Facebook about it, and I felt really inspired. And I'd already had some experience with the platonic cuddling with people, and I was at a point in my life in 2018 where I wanted to hire a professional cuddler because I wanted more touch in my life, but I couldn't find one. There wasn't anybody in Perth doing it.
Oh,
so I thought, why not?
There's a niche market.
I'll do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you had to start by
I'll do it.
hugging yourself, I guess, if you're looking for someone. But, and we know, there are some times where people just say, I want a hug. What about the benefits of cuddling, Jo? It's so good for us, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the benefits of cuddling is we feel a connection with ourselves and a connection with the other person. We feel safe, we feel a sense of peace and relaxation, and it moves us from the sympathetic system, which is in our chest, and down to our parasympathetic. So it changes the nervous system and it relaxes everything, and it has endless benefits. So it's a physiological thing that changes in our body when we feel safe around somebody and we're receiving platonic touch.
There is nothing remotely sexual about this, is there, Jo?
No, it's clothes on. There's a code of conduct. There's a waiver that I get people to sign. There's a thorough screening process. So it's all very new, obviously, because people aren't used to platonic cuddling as adults.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm a pioneer. Everybody's doing this around the world. We are bringing something new to people because people are normally very uncomfortable with platonic touch.
And I do mean in terms of, sometimes you just want a hug, and it's a completely different thing.
Yeah, it's a nurturing, nourishing feeling that we are setting the intention for my sessions, and it's really beautiful.
Okay, what about courses or training? Have you done anything like that, Jo, just to get yourself up to speed?
Well, that's how I started. So I was apprehensive about which course to do because there was a couple around the world. Yeah. But I did one with Cuddlist, which is based in the US, and then I did another one with Cuddle Sanctuary, again US. And they were really, really profound for me because I didn't know that there was going to be a lot of consent and boundaries inner work to do as well. So I would highly recommend anybody wanting to do this, please do a course. Please do some training with either Cuddlist or Cuddle Sanctuary. They're very low-cost courses. They're very good value for money because the safety is really, really important, and it goes over how to keep yourself safe and things like that.
To be fair, you must have thought, I got into this at the wrong time because COVID must have been tough in the professional cuddling business.
Well, I started in 2019, and then so what I learned from in 2020 is how to do virtual sessions because people are actually looking for connection as well as physical touch. Right. So I did a bunch of virtual sessions, and I learned a whole new kind of area of connection, like authentic relating games and vulnerability, and it was so beautiful, really good.
Can I ask what kind of money people pay for this?
Yeah, so my rate is $110 for 1 hour, and then if they live further than 15 minutes, there's a travel fee.
Oh, right. So it's good coin. And speaking of money and coin, Jo, because my brain works, are there any tax deductions you can get for this specific job?
I don't know. You have to talk to my accountant about that.
Oh, okay. I'll think of it. Okay. All right, we'll look at that. Maybe gloves.
What is the one question that you always get asked?
Probably how did I get into this?
Yeah.
That's all I'm. Yeah, that's the question.
Well, now that we've heard what you can make an hour, I think a lot of
sign me up.
A lot of people might be looking for more information on how to do a course in this. Very interesting.
Yeah, well, it's all on my website. Yeah, it's all on my website. I've got a resources page, and I also offer mentoring. So my website is cuddlehaven.com.au, and you can find it all on there.
Great name.
Actually, I want to ask you one more question. You know how sometimes people have a fear of flying, and so they'll go on a plane with someone who sort of helps them get through the flight. Do you ever deal with people that are the reason why they want to have a cuddle therapy session is because they don't like being touched?
Yeah, so that's called touch adversity. So some people have that due to trauma in the past.
Yeah.
And so they want to get more comfortable with touch. So that's where I come in and I guide them very gently. It's a very gentle, simple process. And I've had, a few people like autistic people, people with disabilities. So it's very important to be gentle with people and also talk to them about consent. And that everything is by consent. So, another big question I get asked is what kind of people come to me?
Okay.
That's a big question.
So it's all of those.
I imagine.
And I would imagine you have a lot of repeat clientele who come back for more cuddles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is nice.
All right. Well, Jo, it's been absolutely fascinating. Thanks so much for having a chat with us.
You're welcome.
Excellent.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Heads up, menu logs delivered.